At the start, you talked about sort of metrics. I mean, we're talking to B2B marketeers here. So obviously they do want to sell things at some point.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Indeed. We agree that the sort of classic countdown counter isn't going to work for developers, and the scarcity by now it's going to not be around next week is going to work either. But from a metrics point of view, then, if we're talking about a market, a team that are marketing to developers, then what sort of metrics would you suggest they think about?
Again, it goes to whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, right? So if you're, let's say you have a bug in your technology and your product team has that bug documented and it's on the roadmap for production, but that production isn't going to go in and, that particular sprint won't be deployed until spring of next year. Okay. So you've got quite a while to wait before your poor developer community get that particular fix that they need. So what can you do in the meantime to help them? Now, let's say if you are trying to market into that group, but you know that they're all really, really angry about this particular bug. Honesty and transparency might be the thing that you want to go with for that particular community. You need to keep your current people happy as a developer marketer before you go, please try not to sell an unlabeled bill of goods to a new community at the spite of your old community or your existing community, right? Always be very respectful of both of them. But I think that the important part is that you have your bottom line directive or goal that you're trying to achieve, and then you are trying to find those people to market to that. So again, that's when we can go to paid media, for example. Starting with zero is still zero. So maybe you're going to have a live event. Okay, well, we have 300 seats in our live event. We definitely want to sell 600 tickets, right? Because that's about a 2-for-1 no-show rate, right? So if we need to sell 600 tickets to developers, where are we going to go to find those people? Well, where are the people that you already have, right? Where are the people that you want to get to? What does that gap look like? So, for example, when I was at Adobe, we came out with a whole new piece of technology that was for specifically targeting the gaming industry. We had never been in the gaming industry. Well, the gaming industry is propped up by Java developers, as is in fact most things in the world. So I went out to individual Java user groups and I just rang up the organizer of every single one of them that had over a certain count of quantity of membership. And I said, would you like an Adobe person to come in and give a presentation to your community group about our new foray into this space? And the one thing that community group leaders need, go with me here, speakers and content. So it wasn't a hard sell at all. And within like a 6-week period, my 4 developer advocates had presented to like 6,000 people, right? That's a lot of people just by thinking about who was owning the group of people that I wanted to get in touch with. So I say that you might need to think outside the box, but paid media is a great tool nowadays. YouTube in particular has incredibly detailed analytics about users, as does Twitter to some respect. LinkedIn is your gold mine of data. However, they charge you a gold mine to get to those particular users, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't give it a try. Again, keeping a good look at that bottom line, what your dollar value is, and going after that particular audience. See how it goes. If you have to sell 600 tickets and you put £3,000 into LinkedIn and you get 800 tickets sold, that's a win. If you do it and you only get 20 tickets sold, okay, we're not going to go with LinkedIn anymore, right? We're going to think of something else. We're going to go to where our people are located elsewise.
And would you be thinking about metrics like engagement then and qualitative type stuff when you're marketing to developers rather than MQL, SQL?
Absolutely. Because again, a lot of times we shouldn't be calling. Again, it depends on what, what your company is selling, but I don't call my developers leads. I don't do that because I don't have a financial transaction with them, that relationship. So instead, I look at kind of the engagement of the content that we're producing. So for example, if we have a campaign that goes up 3 times a year, and that campaign consists of 5 blog posts. One is published on a daily basis. So over a week-long period, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new blogs posted, right? So I'm looking specifically at the blog page views because that is my that's my target number. However, how long are they spending on that page? Google Analytics will tell you that, right? If it's a video, that's really important to know. I did a campaign where I had videos. It was a YouTube campaign. And so that particular call to action was to get people's eyes on the videos that we produced, which were shorts. So I ran the campaign for about 6 weeks before I asked my agency, well, hang on, how long are they watching the videos for? And they're like, what do you mean? I was like, I need to know duration, because if they just click on the video and then they don't watch it, what was the point, right? So sometimes you again, you just have to put yourself into that audience member's shoes to understand what it is that you're really trying to ask them to do, and how feasible is it that they're going to do that. So yes, engagement, activation, nurture, awareness, all of those things work beautifully together. And I try and track all of them. I am a data person.
Perfect.